This is an island surrounded by water.
You know, it's funny. As an entire party condones the January 6th insurrection.
Just say to my Republican colleagues, can we move forward without President Trump? The answer is no.
And they do not care to penalize the lead. Rather, they propel him. They propel his pandering to neo-Nazis and white supremacy. They continue meeting with him because, well, he is practically on house arrest in his makeshift Mar-a-Lago home. And, in the rawest way of putting it, they carry on playing with him, as conspiracy theorist hack Marjorie Taylor Greene displayed at one of her Klan rallies. The Republican playbook is simple: crush athletes who speak out against systemic racism. If a star athlete threatens how much we can make through continuing to cling to our racism, including our biggest supporters who share our views, attack them relentlessly. They only promote those that will be good foot soldiers in their ploys to continue exploiting Americans so the right wing can remain ridiculously rich.
Let me say this, I'm proud of Americans for standing against socialists.
Which brings us to this guy, former NFL player Burgess Owens. He is a congressman representing Utah's 4th district.
Or as someone once said, shut up and dribble.
Now you're probably thinking, wait a minute, isn't this what they think of athletes? That answer is still yes, unless, for example, your name is Burgess Owens. Owens appeared on the baseless conspiracy theorist themed show Begging for Money prior to his election win in Mitt Romney's state. Thing is, it wasn't just a single time, which would still be unforgivable. It was numerous times.
We've had a black president for 8 years. Not once has the black president, NAACP, or the cowardice Black Caucus ever said things to our young men like, pull up your pants.
Maybe Owens should share this concern for, Republican colleague Matt Gaetz. Owens, a man who claims to fight pedophilia, received money from an alleged pedophile and refuses to return the donation. If he wanted to, he could always do it with just a few taps from his iPhone with the Venmo app. After all, that's how Gaetz allegedly paid for sex with underage girls. Utah Democratic Party Chair Jeff Merchant told Fox 13, $2,000 for Matt Gaetz is not a huge amount of money to return to show the people of Utah that not only does he believe that sex trafficking is wrong, but he's also willing to stand behind what he has to say. And yet, he hasn't bothered to do that. Media Matters also notes Owens is a former NFL player who is now a political commentator and representing Utah's 4th congressional district. He has frequently appeared as a guest on Fox Business and Fox News. He once compared NFL protests to 9/11 and Pearl Harbor while appearing on Fox Business's Varney & Co.
And understand, America, that we're under assault. It's like 9/11 and Pearl Harbor. We're being assaulted by the left.
Here's the direct, idiotic quote. You see, he has peddled in this line of thinking so much to pander to racist white folks that he sold a book called Why I Stand, From Freedom to the Killing Fields of Socialism. Thing is, he practically copy-pasted excerpts for his book from sources like Wikipedia, seen here containing sentences about the NFL International Series. Burgess, I get you're the anti-cat black guy, but at least try to be more of a free thinker and less of a Benny Johnson. But it didn't stop there. Owens, with no thought whatsoever on, it seems, any subject, copy and pasted some thoughts on, in his words, gangsta rap. It doesn't just stop there from a guy who says he wants politics out of sports, yet is a Super Bowl winning safety who has made a career telling black athletes to shut up and dribble. He also plagiarized a July 7, 2008 article by Richard Henry Lee in The American Thinker. In it, he used Lee's own words to attack the 44th president of the United States, Barack Obama. Endorsed by President Trump, Owens has called Black Lives Matter a Marxist organization that is against God. His campaign even describes himself as the anti-Colin Kaepernick, contrasting him with the NFL outcast who kneeled during the national anthem in 2016 to protest racial racial injustice. Per Charlotte Maloney, Owens promoted the hashtag #SaveTheChildren on social media. The problem is that I never saw Owens speak out against the Trump administration separating families and caging children on our southern border, nor I have seen him do anything when his party tried countless times to take healthcare away from millions. What was he doing then, or when the GOP attempted to end food stamps for hundreds of thousands during a pandemic and record unemployment? Why? Because he doesn't actually give a damn. If he did, he would likely match that same energy he had for Colin Kaepernick on the subject of Matt Gaetz. He won't, which shows you his entire ballgame.
If you'd like to hear more thought-provoking content like TYT Sports on Facebook and to help in my journey to keep media independent, go to tyt.com/Rick.